Hi, my name's Tracey. I'm a nutritional consultant. I'm an instructor with the Canadian School of Natural Nutrition. So I work with people with a variety of health conditions. And what I'm doing is I'm helping people to optimize their diet to help maybe manage their symptoms or slow down the progression of disease. So inflammation is a big part of almost all lung conditions. And so there are some really simple and easy swaps you can make in your diet to help to bring inflammation down. If we look at fats, there are a lot of really inflammatory fats that people are using every day in their cooking or that are coming in packaged foods. The most common ones would be canola, corn, sunflower, grapeseed. So some healthy anti-inflammatory fats that you want to be using are olive oil and avocado oil. Sugar, of course, is hugely inflammatory and one of the hardest things to get out of your diet. It has a really sort of addictive component to it. So if you are a person who likes sweets, I would consider for chocolate, maybe doing an 80% or higher cocoa component in chocolate. So a dark chocolate is going to have a lower kind of sugar ratio, or maybe try swapping out some dried fruit instead of like candies or sweet treats. I hate to say this, but grains, all those breads and pastas are inflammatory. And basically they're inflammatory because anything that's made from flour is going to impact your blood sugars even more than sugar does. Even a whole wheat bread, because it's made from flour, is going to cause more blood sugar spikes than sugar will. If you're looking for carbohydrate sources that are anti-inflammatory, think roots and fruits. So root vegetables are going to be beets, carrots, sweet potatoes, yams, anything that's grown in the ground is going to be a nice, healthy, anti-inflammatory source of carbohydrates. And then dairy is something that for a lot of lung issues is problematic, can lead to some mucus buildup in the lungs. So there are so many great options. There's, you can find coconut milk and almond milk, cashew milk, oat milk. There's lots of great dairy replacements. One of the important steps I think that people can take is to improve their blood oxygen. So with lung conditions, it can often be difficult to get adequate oxygen levels into the body and into the bloodstream. So iron is a really important one. Iron is responsible for, healthy hemoglobin, that's sort of transporting oxygen. Best sources of iron are going to be meat. For those of you who like liver is an excellent source of iron. Vitamin C is really important. Blackberries and blueberries, cherries, cantaloupe, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage. Another really important nutrient for blood oxygen is folate. This is also known as the vitamin B9. But folate we find in leafy greens. And so all of those leafy greens, whether it's collard greens or chard or kale, dandelion greens, right? There's all those lettuces, all of those will be good sources of folate, as would broccoli. So in the middle of COVID, as it is a respiratory condition, obviously of more concern to people with existing lung conditions than the general population. And the research has really shown that vitamin D is an important nutrient to get. It supports immune function. It supports lung function. Vitamin D is so critically important to our health overall. Now, vitamin D is quite difficult to get in food sources. There are a few things like eggs and butter where we find vitamin D, but normally we're getting vitamin D from sun. When you're supplementing, you want to look for a supplement that is in a fat. Vitamin D is a fat-soluble vitamin, so it needs fat. You will find capsules that have fat inside of them, so that's one option. If you have trouble swallowing capsules, there are a lot of vitamin D formulations that come in a little dropper, and you can just put that on your food. I would say quercetin is another one that we've talked about. And again, that's found in a lot of fruits and vegetables. Apples is a really good one. And that's a fruit that we have year round. Broccoli, cabbage, those are good sources as well. Bone broth or like homemade chicken soup has that collagen. Zinc is another important nutrient that supports immune function. And so zinc we can find in a lot of nuts and seeds. Zinc is also found in a lot of meats. So just consuming good quality meat could be another good source of zinc. If you've been listening to this and you think that a dietary approach is something that you want to try to implement, the next step would be to find a nutritional practitioner who can help.